Hello everybody and welcome back to the Entertainment Esquire. Today we'll be discussing celebrity arrests in the context of CEO Abercrombie & Fitch, Mike Jeffries. Let's get started. So the four things you need to know about this lawsuit. First, it was Mike Jeffries, who is the CEO, that was arrested, but it was also his partner, Matt Smith, and a third man named Jim Jacobson. What are they being accused of? They're being accused of operating an international sex trafficking and prostitution business that recruited young men for parties in the U.S. and abroad, according to the indictment. The indictment was brought down this past Tuesday with prosecutors in Brooklyn, New York. Now, does this sound familiar? It should. It actually sounds exactly what's going on with Diddy. Even though it doesn't seem like they explicitly have used the word RICO, it appears if you read the complaint, they are claiming that Matt Smith and his partners essentially had a criminal enterprise for their sexual desires, where they sexually assaulted and recruited prostitutes under this criminal enterprise umbrella to, again, fulfill their sexual desires. They specifically said that they had a network of employees, contractors, and security professionals to run a business that was dedicated, again, to fulfilling their sexual desires, ensuring their international sex trafficking and prostitution business was kept secret. So again, sounding very Diddy-like. The third thing you need to know is there were actually 15 John Does, they're not named in the complaint, that were allegedly recruited, hired, and paid essentially to be prostitutes in these various sex parties or sex events. So what I find interesting here is they're calling them sex events, but in Diddy's complaint, they call them freak-offs. Now, again, maybe they pulled the word freak-off from Cassie's complaints, and so they want it to be consistent as it relates to Diddy. But they're not calling them freak-offs here. They're actually calling them sex events. But anyway, they're saying that they hired these models and recruited them for these sex events. They would travel internationally for these so-called sex events. And the last thing that's a little even more disturbing about this, he would then have them try out for him. So before they were paid to be involved in these sex parties, that they had to essentially have a sexual audition with him first. And a lot of the models were afraid if they didn't comply that it would obviously harm their career. But some actually complied because they thought it would benefit their career. So it should be interesting for the ones that complied because they thought it would benefit their career. That sounds a little more consensual versus the ones that thought that if they didn't comply, they would be harmed. But again, this was all done under a criminal enterprise through the Abercrombie & Fitch business. Thank you for watching. This has been the Entertainment Esquire. You can find me on all my social media handles at the Entertainment ESQ and on YouTube at the Entertainment Esquire. Take care, everyone.